Now we have the gentleman. Please come in. Barakallah Feek. Could you introduce yourself?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
This is the best way a person can greet someone. And that is the Islamic greetings. Peace be upon you. And that is what I was always searching for. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave it to me. My name is Abdullah. I was born in a Parsi family. I was a Parsi. And my Parsi name was Mistri. And in Zoroastrian religion, the religion of the Parsi Zoroastrian religion, it's written that you should worship only one God. And I was always attracted towards religion. I never liked smoking, drinking, gambling, and all these things. But I like religion. My family was a religious family. So I would go to fire temples. My parents would say, go there. Today is this day. Today is that day. I don't know what days. So I used to go there. And I used to see the priest lighting a fire and praying. So I asked the priest one day, okay, why is it you are lighting a fire? And Prophet Zoroaster says that you should not worship idols or anything. You should worship only one God. Is this fire God? He said, no. We send a prayer through fire to God. I said, what proof you have? Oh, you are a stupid fellow. Don't ask such questions. And I was not satisfied. Then, my parents were also believing in little bit in Islam, because my father was working with a very famous film producer, Sohrab Modi. And Sohrab Modi was from Lucknow. And so he also had some Islamic roots in him. And so my father got Islamic roots. But then, so my father started studying the Quran, and I used to watch him, and I never knew what the Quran was, but some Maulana used to come to our house and show him. I never knew what it was. And then suddenly I said, I want to find one God, one Allah. I was not satisfied with any idol worship or worshipping anyone or anything. Right from my beginning, my heart was for Him. So I started searching, and I went through many regions. I studied in a Cambridge medium school. My school is St. Peter's, where Zakir Naik also studied, but I am a senior. So I mean senior in not Dawa field, definitely.
So
but
you were
age.
inspired even then by Dr. Zakir Naik. Same school.
Yeah, but I never...
You never knew him then?
No, but I knew his some cousin,
Okay.
And those people, I knew them. I never knew Dr. Zakir Naik. I was senior too. Okay. I had passed out my Cambridge medium. Okay. Yeah. So we had a church, and we studied the Bible also. I studied a little bit of Bible, and there also I did not find any satisfaction, So I couldn't believe in crosses, and I said, where is God? Where is God? I asked everybody. He said, we don't know. I got this answer. And then I was going from one religion to the next, to the third. I never came to Islam because I was told that Muslims are very bad people and you should not go there. So I started worrying a little bit. So I did not find Allah over there. Then I said, this is the last religion, let me find out. And then I asked some people in my business. One old gentleman came, a Muslim fellow, and he bought my fish. I export fish, I'm an exporter of fish. And so he started telling me about Islam, that there's only one God and this. And I and my wife, we were searching for Allah. I was searching for Allah, not for Islam. I was searching for Allah. And so I told my wife, the day somebody speaks the truth, I will absorb it. I will know that this is the truth, and I will know the rest is wrong. Allah has given us that fitra in us. He's given you fitra. So this uncle started talking like this. And then I told my wife, see, this man is saying something which I really find rational, and I accept it. So he started coming to my house, and we became friends. He's still living. He's 93 years old. And so I and my wife is Chinese. She also liked Islam because she also Chinese have basically no religion. You get up in the morning, you start drinking, that's your religion. You sleep in the night, that also you drink. In marriage also you drink, in death also you drink. So, but my wife doesn't drink, Alhamdulillah. So I and my wife, we both were searching for Allah. And then we were convinced that this man speaks the truth, Islam is the religion. And then I started studying the Quran. I never knew what Quran was. Uncle showed me, ye Quran hai. I said, Kisne likha? He said, this is Allah's Quran, Allah's words. I said, Allah's word? Let me read it first. Then I started reading the first Surah Fatiha. I said, yeah, this is very correct. And then slowly we became friends. Uncle started coming. And on 25th of March at 1:30 p.m., in 1995, I and my wife, we both accepted Islam at the same time. Since then, I started studying Islam. In Islam also, I went through many firqas. Yeah, but I'm from the technology field. I'm a polymer technologist from UD So I am research-minded. I don't accept things blindly. And this is my request to the whole world, not only you. Don't accept anything blindly. Ask for proof. You find the proof. If you are convinced, you accept, otherwise don't.
MashaAllah.
And so I started studying the Quran. And then I went through all these, I don't want to mention when. And then ultimately, I was watching TV one day in my house. And that time I had a Crown TV, it was very famous, black and white TV. So I was changing some channels. And suddenly I saw Dr. Zakir Naik. It was an incident which Allah brought in my life. And I saw Dr. Zakir Naik wearing a suit and a skull cap, Muslim skull cap you are wearing, and talking in English. I said, hey, Mia bhai log ko kya ho gaya yaar? Suit boot pehen ke aata hai, baat karta hai. What is wrong with them? And he's talking in English. Okay, let us hear him. And he was coming on some channel once or twice in a week that time. I saw it in 96 or 97. So I said, let's listen to him. He's talking about Islam. And I found that he was speaking the truth. And then there was, after his speech, they gave his address. So I went to his place. And then I started seeing, he was, hardly people were knowing him. Samjha na? But then I started studying Islam, and then I see how I am changed from misguidance to guidance. Sorry, but uncle was telling me, you are a Shafi. I said, who is a Shafi? Then he told me about Imam Shafi and all this. And Zakir Naik said that in Quran it's written, you are only a Muslim. And so I read in the Quran and it was true. I said, uncle, I'm Shafi nahi hai. I'm Muslim. You understand? So I was misguided there also. And I was going to dargahs also. And my father was also going. Then my father died. These fellows came. I told them, they said, आप आओ अजमेर आप कभी नहीं आए. I said, नहीं भाई हमको आने का नहीं, आप इधर से चले जाओ. Because you see, worshipping an idol, worshipping fire, worshipping Jesus Christ, and worshipping dargahs is all one and the same. Shirkul Akbar. So, I was turning for this point.
I have to tell something. See, the thing is, many of them, they were saying that they didn't know how they embrace Islam. More than they choosing Islam, they were chosen by Allah. The important point is that they were chosen by Allah. Same thing, whatever Dr. Zakir Naik or anybody here amongst the duat, amongst the dais, whatever they do, it's not their miracle. Allah has chosen them for this task.
Yes.
And Allah wants to reward them.
Yes.
And now, the people, if people want to differ with him, with what he's presenting, with respect to whatever he's presenting, let them have an intellectual debate, intellectual dialogue, rather than taking unconstitutional means and taking law in the hand. That is totally uncalled for. So without, we don't have much time. I want to just take one question. what do you have to say about Osama bin Laden? Do you think he's a terrorist? Yes or no?
I do not know much,
No.
but I'll tell you.
You are Dr. Zakir Naik's student.
Yes.
You are also speaking
No,
like
I'll tell you. Okay, I'll
you
give
have
you
to
my
take
answer.
a stand. I can't accept this.
I'll give you my answer. Osama bin Laden.
Do you know him or not?
No, I don't know him. I know him through media, not personally.
He is a student of Dr. Zakir Naik. You are speaking just like him.
Yes. No, I'll tell you what Osama bin Laden was doing.
How do you know him?
No, through media. Not personally.
See, it is totally an irrelevant question to pose to a person of his caliber about Osama bin Laden. Who cares what he was? What he was is known to Allah.
Only known to Allah.
We don't know.
No.
We don't know. What media speaks, we don't care. Whom we follow? We follow Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Bas.
And Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was against terrorism, period.
Yes. You see,
Who cares?
if anybody says that Muslims are terrorist people, Islam is a religion of terrorism. Of course, I am also anti-ISIS and all other terrorist organizers, whoever they may be.
He said anti-ISIS.
Anti-ISIS. I am totally against them. They're stupid people. But what I want to tell you,
ताकीद के लिए बोल रहे हैं.
if you want to follow ISIS or any other terrorist, first go to our beloved Prophet Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Was he a terrorist? Did he ever carry out any terrorist activities? Do you know of that? No. He did jihad. He had to fight wars because the Kafir people of that time came to attack him and came to kill and destroy Islam. So he was ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
Yes.
to defend Allah, to defend Islam and keep the name and spread Islam.
Jazakumullah
But
khairan.
he never did.
We love you for the sake of
Yes.
Allah.
Yeah.
We love you for the sake of
Jazakallah.
Allah. Inshallah, I'm going to end this program now with just one note. I would want all of you to pay some attention. Please be seated.
Yeah.
Jazakumullah khair. We can hear to every individual here for hours together. I agree with you all. What I want to say, a very important point that was put across. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did jihad. Yes or no? He did jihad to even protect the non-Muslims. You must understand, jihad is not something that you go on a rampage and go on killing the non-Muslims. No. How did Fateh Makkah happen? Conquest of Makkah. After the Hudaybiyah, the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, the Muslims were not supposed to attack the non-Muslims in Makkah, and the non-Muslims from Makkah were not supposed to attack the Muslims. This was Hudaybiyah Treaty. But what happened was, the people in Makkah, amongst the Banu Bakr was a tribe, non-Muslim tribe, who had allies with the Qurayshis of Makkah, the non-Muslims of Makkah. They attacked Banu Khuza'a. Banu Khuza'a was a tribe of non-Muslim tribe who had allies with the Muslims in Medina. And when the Banu Bakr tribe attacked Banu Khuza'a tribe and killed the non-Muslims, Banu Khuza'a, they went to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for justice. Then they went and met Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, we want justice. At that point of time, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam got up. And from Medina, he started to move to Makkah with his companions. And he stood up for the justice of the disbelievers, for the Banu Khuza'a. And that's how Fateh Makkah happened. Fateh Makkah happened at a time when people were imagining what would happen. He's coming with such a big numbers. What would be the reaction? And people were assuming things. Some of the members amongst the Sahaba, they were saying, Al-Yawma Yawmul Malhama. Today is a day of revenge. They have banished us. They have killed our people. So today we are going to react. But what did What did the Prophet ﷺ say? Al-yawma yawmul marhama. Today is a day of mercy. So this is what I'm going to leave you with. Inshallah, all of you study the life of Prophet ﷺ. Now Allah chooses whomever He wants. It is by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our duty is to stand up for justice. With this, I end the session. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.